What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a good day so far. Great day, hopefully. Getting into this episode of GH. I'm just going to talk about Sam and Jason first so I can get them the hell out of the way so I don't have to talk about them after this because I'm over Sam at this point. I've been over Sam for quite some time, but lately I've been more and more over her. She continues to take unnecessary stupid ass risks by meeting up with Jason when she knows she's not supposed to, sitting there talking about, oh, I left my phone in the car so we can't be tracked. Sam. Okay, so basically she trying to tell Jason about her little plot to dethrone Dolores or whatever so she could see Jason. It failed, as I knew it would. We all knew it was going to fail. And now she's in the line of fire, even worse than what she was before. Jason basically told her to stop the madness. He told her the same shit Alexis told her. But you want to know what's funny? And this is what I noticed. Jason pretty much told her the same thing that Alexis told her. Just deal with it. Do your time. Get over it. You know what I mean? Take care of your kids. But the difference was she went hard at Alexis, but yet she's sitting there quiet as a church mouse when it comes to Jason. Oh, so you could spaz out and cuss out your mother who's trying to actually look out for you. But you can't cuss out Jason though? Who's doing the same exact thing your mother tried to do? Which was knock some sense into your damn head? Because obviously you taken leave of all your senses as of late. Clearly. But I don't see you popping off on him though. You ain't going off on him. And Jason tried to warn her about Cyrus. He was like, I need you free. Because if you go to prison, I can't protect you because you're going to be in Pentonville. Cyrus could easily get to you in there quicker than he could out here because we got guards and protection for you out here. We're not going to have no protection for you in Pentonville. You know what I mean? It's going to be out of their hands. And why do people have to continuously remind Sam that she has 2 kids at home that need her? Alexis done told her, you don't think about your kids, go home to your kids. Jason is telling her, you got 2 kids to take care of. She's sitting there, yeah, I know. So basically, you're putting a man over your children. That's essentially what she's doing to me. You're putting your man over your kids. Because you're willing to risk going back to prison just so you can be with Jason. What about your damn kids? Your daughter just lost her father not too long ago, and now you expect her to lose her mother too? Think. Damn, how selfish can you be? How selfish? And that's some selfish stuff. It really is. It's borderline selfish. These kids didn't ask to be brought into this world. They did not ask to be brought here, and you brought them here, so take care of them. It's not up to Alexis, Monica, whoever to raise your kids for you while you run around pulling off little stunts and schemes that could send your ass back to prison for a lengthy period of time. Because the stunt that she pulled, not only would that have violated her parole and she would have been sent back to prison, they can add more years on for new charges for extortion. Did she ever stop to think about that? Come on, be smart. Stop being stupid. All of this over a damn man. Think about your kids. Sam is just sad at this point. She's like a sad, pathetic puppy. Totally sad. Anyway, moving on from her because I'm done talking about her. What else? I love the scene between Ava and Trina as usual. Trina came in there all hot and bothered, upset because of what happened, obviously, with her mom and Jordan and Curtis wanting to throw her dad under the bus and how the press was going to come after him. Basically, how they were just going to trash his name. And you know what? I love the advice that Ava gave her. She was like, I didn't know your father, but by the way that you were talking about him, she was like, it sounds like to me he wouldn't have gave a damn what the media, what anybody had to say about him. He wouldn't have cared. The only thing she felt like Taggart would have cared about was Trina's opinion of him. That's the only opinion that mattered to him. And I think when she said that, it gave Trina a whole new outlook on the situation, a whole new perspective. And she calmed down. You know what I'm saying? I love that. I loved it. I loved it. You know, she even told Trina, you know, taught Trina into calling her mom to let her know where she was and that she was okay. I love that conversation. Like, Ava is definitely, you know, good with kids. You know, despite the drama with Kiki, she's actually really good with kids. You know, she's very, you know, comforting. You know what I mean? Like, her bedside manner, everything. I love the dynamic between the two of them. Because notice how upset and angry Trina was, but, you know, when she came to the gallery, but by the time, you know, the conversation was pretty much over, she was more relaxed. She was more calmed down. You know what I mean? Like, that was a beautiful scene. They definitely knocked that scene out the park. I totally enjoyed it. So anyway, moving on from that. Laura has, you know, come up with a plan that she was hoping that would work. I love Laura in mayor mode. Like, her plan may not work, but at least she's trying to come up with logical plans that don't really kind of break the law, so to speak. You know, she's just trying to do whatever she can to keep Cyrus in prison because Robert was like, basically because of what Jordan said and because of this new investigation, he could basically be free from prison. All they need is a judge to look it over, put the rubber stamp on it, and he'll be free. So, of course, Laura is trying to work hard to make sure that doesn't happen. Robert was skeptical because he's like, okay, what is this plan you got? And she was telling him about how Mac was going to investigate and see if he could link the shootings at the warehouse and stuff like that to Cyrus. But even Robert was like, yeah, that's not going to work. Robert was like, trust me, Cyrus doesn't seem like the guy who would leave a trail of evidence behind that would point to him. And I do agree with Robert on that. But you know what? I'm not mad at Laura either because she has to try. Even if it doesn't pan out, she has to try. She got, you know, she's exhausting all her options at this point. That's what anybody would do legally. Jordan. So anyway, Kevin goes to the prison and had Cyrus pulled out of solitary confinement so he can do an evaluation on him. When I tell you, if you have not watched that scene, go back, watch the scene. Kevin and Cyrus's interaction was gold. When I tell you it was amazing, it was like watching a very good chess game. I was like glued to the TV watching that scene. I was like, yo, I'm fucking loving this. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It was like two old school OGs trying to outmaneuver each other. That's how I felt watching them. Like, they were definitely playing cat and mouse. And they were outmaneuvering. It was like some Tom and Jerry type shit. You know, every time Tom tried to get the drop on Jerry, you know, it was hot. I loved it. I loved that whole scene. Whoever wrote that dialogue and all that, brilliant. Brilliant. I love seeing it. Because Kevin did not seem flustered because Cyrus was just giving it back to him. Like, Kevin was trying to twist up Cyrus's words, but Cyrus kept his composure and Cyrus flipped it around. You know, he kept flipping it. Every time Kevin would dish something out, Cyrus would dish it right back. It was just back and forth, and I loved it. Neither one broke. Neither one. I think they had, I think Cyrus was looking at him like, you know, he got some type of respect for Kevin because he could tell, like, he knew Kevin was trying to outmaneuver him. Definitely trying to make it seem like he was crazy or something just so he could get the drop on him. And Cyrus knew who Kevin was. As soon as he said his name was Kevin Collins, he knew who he was. Laura Collins' husband. He knew. He knew. But I love seeing that scene. It was just brilliantly done. Like, Cyrus didn't break a sweat. Kevin didn't break a sweat. They were on equal footing with each other. One trying to outmaneuver the other, but they were at a stalemate at the end of the day because they knew they couldn't do it. They couldn't outmaneuver the other. Kevin tried to get into Cyrus's head, and Cyrus was trying to dish it right back and get in Kevin's head. But neither one could break the other. It was brilliant. Just brilliant. That shit was good. It was gold. So when Kevin went back to, tell Laura about what happened at the prison, she was hoping that, he would have some good news for her, but not likely. It didn't go the way Laura was hoping it would went. Because, like Kevin said, Cyrus is very sane. He's very much lucid. He's sane. He knows what he's saying. He knows what he's doing. Clearly. So Kevin basically was hoping, even though he was sane, to kind of juke it a little bit and still write up a recommendation for him to have further evaluation at Ferncliff. Robert came in there and he was just not thrilled about this plan. He said this plan ain't gonna work because Cyrus has damn good attorneys who are gonna see this for the ploy that it is. But Laura didn't care. She was like, all we need is a little bit of time, just a little window of opportunity to get the drop on him. That's all we need. But Robert kept trying to tell him, he was like, this is not going to work. He's sane. There's no way. His lawyers ain't gonna let that go down. But I was like, hey, it's worth a try. You know, if they can finagle it and get it done, I mean, shit, why not? Exhaust your options. I mean, I definitely understand where Robert is coming from because he just doesn't want to see this being seen as a waste of time. You know, so I definitely get it. But I love seeing all of them together. I love seeing them work together. But Robert definitely made a lot of sense, though. He was like, man, listen, Cyrus is going to see what you're doing. He probably already does see what they're doing. And you do not want to be on his bad side. And that's all Robert trying to tell Laura and Kevin. Tread lightly with Cyrus because you see what he's doing to Jordan. Like, look what he's doing to Jordan. Look at what anybody who crosses him, look at what he does. And if he feels like the mayor and Kevin are crossing him, you're going to be a part of his hit list next. Tread lightly. I'm loving this Cyrus storyline. Like, this shit for me is breathing new life right about now. Like, I've been enjoying this. This is very good. Cyrus is definitely an enemy that I like. You know, he reminds me a little bit of Anthony Zaccara. Ruthless, cold-blooded, without talking to the plants and whatnot, acting all crazy. You know how Anthony, man. I miss the Zaccaras. I miss them dearly. Oh, I can't tell you. I miss all of them. Johnny, Anthony, Claudia. Oh, Claudia. Can you imagine Claudia and Ava fucking Jerome in the same scene at the same time? Doing battle with the Corinth? Man. Damn. Make it happen. Get Sarah Brown back here. I'm just saying. Get her back. I don't give a damn, Frank Valentini, what you got to do. Up the budget. Do what you got to do. I know she retired now and all, but get her back, man. Offer her something, bro. I would just live to see Sarah Brown and Mara West together. Make it freaking happen. Please, I beg of you. God, give it to me just one time in this life before I go one day. Just I have to see them together. I have to. It would be gold. You know what would be even more better? Ava, Claudia, Helena. Oh my God. You talk about some villainous shit going down. Nobody would stand a chance with them three together. Hell no. You wouldn't stand a chance with the two of them together, let alone three. That's just total K. That's a merger from hell. My goodness. This has got to happen. So anyway, moving on from that. That scene was tense. Jordan and Molly. Oh, that scene was tense. But Molly was pushing it. Because Jordan was trying to like vacate her and stuff like that, you know, just trying to let her know, like, TJ, you know, I'll give word to him and, you know, I can't promise you that he'll get back to you, but maybe he will, maybe he won't. Like, you know, she just kept trying to put her off. And Molly just would not leave it alone. She was like, you know what? I'm going to engineer a search party. I'm going to go to Spinelli and Sam and I'm going to put it on the paper and say, have you seen him? And that shit just sent Jordan into overdrive because Jordan had to do something to shut Molly up and leave this alone. So she just went hard at Molly, just yelling at her, saying how she's childish and how she's the one who pushed TJ away. Like, she was just going hard at Molly. Like, she was being cold-blooded. Like, she was going for her throat. I was like, damn, cool your jets. Even Curtis was like, Curtis was just looking at her. But Curtis understood, though, you know, but Jordan did feel horrible about having to do that, but she felt like she had to do what she had to do. For me, I feel like there's another way around it. There was another way she could have went with it. Be creative. I would have just told her, yeah, I texted with him, talked with him. You know, he was just feeling down. So she should have been a little bit more creative with it. I would have just said, I just gave him some money, let him go out of town or whatever. Say he's visiting Aunt Stella. Say he's just going out of town for a few more days to clear his head. That's all you had to do. Come up with something creative to where Molly would, you know, make it believable. You know, to where she would be like, all right, I'm going to give him his space, blah, blah, blah. Something. But knowing Molly, she probably still wouldn't have let up, though, knowing her. But like I said, Jordan, you got only yourself to blame for this big ass mess. You created this beast. You need to slay the beast. Figure out a way to shut this down. Do it quickly, expeditiously. I just feel like things are not going to go all the way that Jordan wants them to go. She may get TJ back, but I don't think it's going to be all that simple either. Like, you're not going to be out of the woods on this. Like, it's going to go from bad to worse at some point. So anyway, Molly ended up taking her hybrid, her car, to the shop where she met up with Brando. Listen, they were definitely chemistry testing Brando and Molly. I wonder how old is Brando? Because Molly has to be at least 21 or over. So Brando would have to be about 30-something. Either way, they both grown. And before y'all say it, I know y'all probably going to be like, oh, but ain't Molly and Brando cousins or whatever? No. The reason I say no is because, yeah, Sonny's her uncle, but Brando is allegedly related to Sonny through Mike. And Mike and Rick have, Sonny and Rick have different fathers. So therefore, Molly is not related to Brando. There's no blood relation there at all. But when she walked up in there and they were talking and stuff, as soon as she said her name and she was smiling and stuff, she forgot all about TJ. You could see it all over her face. She was smitten. She was smitten with Brando. She forgot TJ existed after she was talking to Brando. But you could definitely see a little chemistry between her and Brando, though. I'm just happy that, Haley Poulos is getting some camera time. I'm definitely happy to see more of Molly. So anyway, moving on from that. When Brando showed up to the hospital with Carly to see Mike, Mike did not recognize him at all. And Brando was telling him how, when he was 10, he took him to the racetrack, and that's how Brando ended up loving horses. And Mike was like, okay, you're Gladys' son. I remember you, da-da-da-da. But he only mentioned Gladys after Carly mentioned Gladys. He didn't mention Gladys on his own accord. So he wasn't, he basically was pretending to know Brando. Because when him and Sonny got by themselves, he told Sonny, I don't know him. Then he told Sonny to beef up security because you shouldn't trust them. When he said them, I think he's talking about Brando and Gladys. So listen, from day one, I did not trust Gladys. From day one, I told y'all that. I don't trust that witch. And I was already skeptical about Brando. I'm more skeptical than ever now because I feel like during that conversation that Mike was having with Sonny where he told him not to trust them or whatever, I feel like he was being very lucid at that moment. I could be wrong, but I feel like Mike was being lucid. And I feel like Sonny and Carly were kind of ignoring it or whatever, thinking that, he's always like this or whatever. Think back. Didn't Mike say that Wiley looked like Michael when he first saw that boy? He turned out to be right, didn't he? Even with the Alzheimer's, he turned out to be right. And in this case, he even admitted to Sonny, mind you, his Alzheimer's has gotten worse. But even in that scene, he admitted to Sonny that he lied about knowing who Brando was. He really don't remember him. So he was lucid during that moment. So I feel like he's telling the truth. That he really don't know Brando. And I feel like Brando and Gladys might not really actually be related to them. I don't think so. Something ain't right. And I think Sonny and him, I understand Sonny has his plate full, so he's probably not thinking about that or registering that information right now. But they need to keep their eyes open. Because Carly obviously is already skeptical, but you need to keep that skepticism because something ain't right. Something ain't right. And I don't trust Brando. Now he getting his little hooks into Molly. I don't trust it. And where the hell is Dev? That's what I want to know. Where is Dev at? Because I know they didn't send him to that boarding school, so where the hell is he? Trapped in a closet somewhere? Where is this boy? Ain't seen him in 20 damn years. Like, where is this kid? But, yeah, this was a good episode. It was sad seeing Sonny like that at the end with Carly leaning into her arm and stuff. Because he just feels so sad about his dad. That's just a sad scene. I feel bad for him. But, this was a pretty good episode. I enjoyed it. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought. I will see y'all all later. I don't know if tomorrow is going to be a new episode. Because I know that they said they were going to start doing Flashback Friday. So I don't know if that's going to start tomorrow because they're trying to save their episodes. I do know that General Hospital has 2 months worth of episodes saved up. But we don't know what's going on with this virus, how long that's going to be. So we don't know. So they got about 2 months worth of episodes, so they're not trying to run out anytime soon. So that's why they're doing Flashback Friday. So I think tomorrow might be the start. It might not. But anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow. If not, I will see you on Monday. Hope you have a great day. See you all later. Peace.